What's up, Groove Nation? Alema Harrington here with your weekly webcast. It's not a Make It Happen Monday, coming to you on Tuesday because, of course, yesterday, Monday, was a national holiday. So I hope you had a good holiday. At the same time, I hope you're out there getting some work done. You know, on this weekly webcast, we take a look at the numbers from last week. We try to project into the future, speaking of this week. And this is an important week because we're wrapping up the month of May and heading into the month of June. So we'll talk about some of the numbers. Of course, we start off with how we did as far as total sales are concerned. It was another flat week for us here at Groove. Not a good thing, guys. We went from 108 to 112, so we only grew by 4 total sales over the course of the last week. Now, some guys had some nice numbers, other guys struggling out there. We'll try to address some of the concerns for guys out there, but at the same time, guys, it's time to pick it up as we move from May into the month of June. We're going to have to hit some banner numbers as far as being unprecedented. We're going to have an unprecedented month of June for us to make our numbers and kind of leave May behind us in the shadows. But we still want to finish strong in the month of May. Top rep for this week, Chris Asu out of the Sacramento office. He gets the top rep once again. He had 11 satellite sales. Definitely, Chris, you have been our most consistent performer out there. Congratulations to you. You're doing a fantastic job. And of course, Chris, as the top rep in the company, is going to get a $100 bonus in his upcoming check. Our next incentive coming up for the end of May, we've talked about this for the last several weeks, guys, and we want to try to finish strong on this, is anybody that gets to 20 direct TVs with the HD DVR, if you get to the number of 20, anybody in the company gets to 20, and you get that free popcorn shirt from Groove and from the Megaplex Theaters. And that means all throughout the year, okay, the calendar year, all throughout the year, you take that shirt into any Megaplex and they will honor it with free popcorn. Now, if you get to 25, we continue to mention this, 25, so just 5 more than the 20, 25 direct TVs with the HD DVR attached, then you will get the t-shirt plus $500 cash bonus. And guys, you have just a couple days left in the month of May to get that done, but I know we can get some guys out there and get those numbers so you can get that great bonus. In fact, we got some guys that are close. I should mention that Rob Hacker's got 20 direct TVs with the HD DVR with 5 pending. Kelly Reed, you've got 15 direct TVs with the HD DVR attached with 5 pending. And Cameron Fennell doing a nice job. You got 14 direct TVs right now with an HD DVR attached. 2 of those, you got 2 pending as well. So guys, you know, we're getting close to some of these numbers, but we really have to push through the month of May. And maybe May has just been a tough month for us here at Groove. And we're going to push into the month of June and make it an unprecedented June and get out there and really hit some significant numbers. All right, guys, we always talk about Alema's awesome incentive. Last week, we did away with it as far as having one on the schedule. We have to do that one more time because our growth as far as sales were concerned just aren't to the point where we can throw Alema's awesome incentive back on the table. So let's do everything that we can this week and to finish up the month of May strong so that we can have an Alema's awesome incentive all through the month of June and into July. So let's make that happen, guys. I always try to leave you with something a little motivational as far as, you know, getting you out there so you can bring your A game every day. We talk about the A game philosophy. But I want to share with you something that happened this past week. I got a phone call back and forth with some text messages with one of our reps out there who's doing very well, but struggling at times. This guy's been in the game for 3 years, and he asked an extremely good question of me. As one of the guys that's out there trying to motivate, trying to coach you guys, you know, his question to me was, you know what, Alema, I've been in this game 3 years, and sometimes it's just hard to finish. You know, you get frustrated out there. You've been through this before. You know, what can you tell me that's going to help me finish strong? And my answer to him was, and it took me back to my football playing days, and we're going back with some, you know, football, sports metaphors and analogies. And I said to him, you know, I can recall being on the football field, and as a running back, being extremely tired and being in a series where there's just, I mean, you just keep on going. So you're on a long drive on the football field. Maybe it started inside your own 20-yard line after a kickoff return. And you've been on the field for 8 plays. And in football, that's a long time, guys. And, back then I was carrying the ball a lot, and I was carrying the ball almost every play. And I remember it being third down and maybe 5-6 yards to go. And there's a part of my mind that's thinking, you know what? I hope we don't get the first down, because that means we're going to stay on the field, and I'm spent. I'm worn out. I don't have anything left. And so as the question was posed to me about how do you finish strong, it took me back to that moment. And what happened in that moment for me, guys, was that I started to look, instead of the first down, I started to look at the end zone. Because I realized that if we get to the end zone, then we're going to score. You get the bonus of the energy that comes along with putting 6 points on the board. Plus, we get to rest a little bit. We get to come to the sideline and actually sit down. So instead of focusing on that short-term goal, I started focusing on the bigger picture and the long-term goal, which was to get to the end zone. So guys, there's a lot of things that are going on right now as far as your summer is concerned. It's early on in the game, and you're having a hard time staying motivated. So this would be my advice to you. Instead of focusing on that short-term goal, what's right in front of you, try to focus, at times at least, on the end zone, realizing that if you get to the end zone, you get the bonus of the extra energy for scoring, plus you get to take a little bit of a rest. So focus on what I like to call the fruit. Focus on the benefits of getting into the end zone, guys, and hopefully that will give you some energy throughout the course of the week. I shared with another rep earlier this week, and that one of the things that I suggested to him, he's getting worn out. I said, you know what? Be a source of energy, be a source of motivation to the other guys on your team, and you will receive energy in return. So a couple of things to think about, guys. Focus on the end zone. Be a source of strength and energy and motivation for the guys on your team, and you will receive that in return. Get out there, bring your A game. Let's get the numbers up, finish off May, get into the month of June, and we'll see you next week right here on Groove Nation.